Here we are. I am so sorry. But I didn't want I didn't want the whole thing to be sideways. So now I don't have anything typed in. But here we are. And we are going to do the baby wipe technique today. And I saw this demonstrated from Jackie on Cloppin' Stampers, and when I saw it, I thought, oh, I like that. I want to try that. And I did, and I really liked it, so I thought I want to share it. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing the baby wipe technique, and we're using Delightful Wishes, which is one of the new stamp sets offered in the new mini catalog. And with this stamp set, you get some beautiful paper. You get some really cute bee trinkets and some beautiful Daffodil Delight ribbon. And I will show all of that to you this next Tuesday, January 7th at 7 p.m. when we do Dying to Know. So Delightful Wishes is the bundle we're going to use for Dying to Know. So I hope you'll tune in for that and join me as we go through that bit by bit. But I wanted to use it today just because of the wishing. Anytime I can get a word, a die-cut word, I want it because I love to use the die-cut words on my cards. I think they just add so much fun. So that's what we're doing today, the baby wipe technique. I do want to tell you that next Thursday, we're going to make a card with this fun little celebration set, Friendly Seagulls. And celebration begins in the next week, and I will have those dates for you Tuesday night. I am so sorry I don't have those. I've been so wrapped up in Christmas and company, family, trying to get my Christmas down. Do you have your Christmas down? Man, if you do, you're so much better than I am. But we're working on it. We're going to get most of it down today and hopefully all of it down by tomorrow. So I am trying so hard. So anyway, Friendly Seagulls, and this is a set that you can get for free when celebration starts by ordering at least $60 from the mini catalog. And I just thought this little set was so cute. I don't make many cutesy cards, so I really liked this one. In fact, I used this little guy on the Christmas tag that I made for our 14-year-old grandson, and out of his mouth I had the words ho 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 coming, and he just loved it. But he asked me, "Dee Dee, did you draw that?" And I had to confess that I didn't draw it. But anyway, they really, all of them thought it was so cute. So that will be next Thursday's card, next Thursday's Stampin' Thursday. So I hope that if you're watching this live, that you will comment and let me know. I always look for the comments so that I can adjust anything that might need to be adjusted. And hopefully my sound is on. Yeah, I hope it is for you. So if you're watching, please comment and let me know that you're here and that you can see everything and hear everything. And if you're watching this, the replay, thank you so much. And I would love it if you'd let me know that you watch the replay. And then I'll post this on YouTube as soon as the live video is over. And if you are watching this on the YouTube, oh, it would help me so much if you would hit like And even if you think if you know somebody that would enjoy seeing this video, this new baby wipe technique, or it's an old baby wipe technique this new year, if you would share it, thank you so much. Or share it to your own webpage, your own Facebook page, and let others enjoy it too. Thank you so much. And I'm looking. Hi, Kay. Can you hear everything? Is everything coming through? I set this up in such a rush this morning that I'm not sure everything is. Obviously, I didn't turn my camera. So let me know that everything is good. And thank you for commenting. All right, we're going to get started with this baby wipe technique. But before we do that, let me tell you what you need. Oh, and I am doing this on a note card. It just worked so much better on a note card than it did. I did a full card first, and I just thought there was too much space. So this is a note card. You know what? That's not the envelope for the note card. Let me grab it. That was a full envelope. This is the envelope for the note card because we're going to do something on the envelope too. So I'm doing the card this time on a note card. So my dimensions for the background piece, which is this piece, let's see, that's the inside piece. The inside piece is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And we'll do something on the inside here in a minute. The background piece, this piece right here, is 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. And we'll do something on that. And then this is the card front, and it's 2 by 4. And matted, the matte piece is 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. It's just a little bit bigger. All right. Then you need scraps for your sentiment. And the colors that I am using this time are Flirty Flamingo. Well, here are the Flirty Flamingo, Crumb Cake, and Crushed Curry. So these are the colors that of the re-inker that we will be using for the baby wipes. And then I will also use early espresso for stamping the sentiment. All right, so we're going to set this aside. We're going to get a baby wipe out first. Let me get it open and grab one out. And you want to make sure that they're a little bit damp. Sometimes my top baby wipe is not damp, but this one is. And then we're going to fold it in half and fold it again. And really, I think that's all we need. All right. But before we start with the baby wipe, I want to show you, I've already put these on the paper and die cut them so I wouldn't have to turn away. But these are the 2 wishing dies. Now, you have the wishing stamp, and I didn't use that. I used the 2 dies, and the crumb cake is going to be the back side, and then the Flirty Flamingo is going to be inside it. But the reason I didn't go ahead and take them out is because you have 2 dots for 2 eyes wishing. So I found that the easiest way to do that, I'm going to go ahead and get my background wishing out. Here's the die. And then I've popped this one out so that everything stays in it. Oh, one of my eyes did not stay in. Let me see if it's over there. It's not here. Let me see if it's over here. Yes, there it is. There's my eye. That sort of defeated my purpose. So I'm going to set it right there. See, they're tiny. But this really makes it easy if you can keep them both in. So let me get this is my Tombow glue that I put inside this dispenser. And what I want to do is put a tiny bit of glue. And since I haven't used it yet this morning, I hope it's going to come out there. A little tiny drop of glue on each eye. And then I'm going to take the eye and just put it right on top. Make sure it's centered. The glue around it will dry. So I did that one that way, but this one I position, and this is the way I really wanted to do both of them. Position it on and poke the eye out. You might want to poke it out and hold it a minute. And it comes out right on top of the eye. Oops. Well, that shows you what can go wrong. You might want to reposition it just a little bit. So I've got my two eyes dotted, and that was my biggest thing. And now I'll go ahead and poke out the word wishing. It's going to be really delicate. Now you could use the adhesive sheet with this. I didn't. I do not find this hard to do at all. But if you find it easier to use the adhesive sheet, then definitely do that. I'm going to get rid of those. So what I do, you see this is going to fit right on top of that. Put this aside. So what I do is I find a place to hold it, and I'm going to put dots of glue. And that's all it needs is a dot. I need to get my glue coming out again. Yeah. Come on, glue. I may have to get my pen that came out from my eye. There. And then I'm just going to put dots of glue all around this, especially in critical, the top and the bottom. Just put dots of glue, and I mean they're really tiny dots, but that's all you need. I'll make sure I don't get my hand on this. And then on top of the H. All right. And then I'm just going to start with my G and position it. Hold it a minute. And then I just go right down. And one right after the other. And position it. I find this very easy to do. There we go. And my eyes are dotted. Wishing. It's got a little bit of glue on it. And right here, I'm going to push my G up a little bit. Push the little tail up just a little bit. It's easy to make the correction and then hold it down. There we go. We have our wishing. So I wanted to get that done and out of the way. Let me get my chamois mat. I should have grabbed my silicone sheet, but this takes the glue right off. That's what I love about the glass mat. And these are available for purchase now. The glass mat with the chamois mat and another mat to hold supplies. It's not out here, but they're available for purchase. And then I also keep little cuts. I'm going to dry this off just a little bit. I keep little cuts of my husband's old t-shirts, and I use those all the time. All right. So now we're ready to take a scrap of white because we're going to do our stamping on this. So I'm going to get my baby wipe and take my re-inkers, and as you'll see, I've used a multitude of colors in my samples. But this is the one I decided to use for the video. All right, I'm going to put sort of in a 4-point square here, and this is the Flirty Flamingo. Just the dots, and watch them run together. And then I'm going to take my flower stamp, and this is a 2-part stamp set. So you've got your background, and then you've got your fill-in area. So I'm going to do the background with my ink here, and then my fill-in I'm going to do with crumb cake. And where do I have the crumb cake? Put it up. All right. There it is. So we're going to do crumb cake. All right. So I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm just going to press it down on my baby wipe. And I'm going to make sure that every piece is covered. And I'm going to stamp it on here. Hold it down. I want my ink to settle into my paper. Now the yellow, the So Saffron, is going to be very light. That's okay. I'm going to use my crumb cake, put that right here, and this is my background pieces, or my highlighted pieces. And these are not hard. Let's see. There we go. You just find some common areas, which are right here. Yeah, I'm just making sure. All right. There we go. And now we're going to get the die. and cut them out. There we go. And I'm going to put a piece of tape on it. This is Post-it tape. Run it through real quick. Post-it tape didn't work. Okay, my Post-it tape came up. I've used that piece multiple times, so I think it had just about run out of sticky. And then these flowers are going to pop out. I'll throw that piece away so I don't make that mistake again. Now I'll pop these out because we're going to use these later. And if it doesn't come out dark enough for you, then do it again. You know, this is like a watercolor technique. And I think I'm going to do it again. I think I will. I think I can get it in right there. All right. Let's try it again. Try it right there. And get my background piece. Okay. And die cut it again. See if I can get a better cut this time. Get my Post-it tape. Get me a new piece. Hopefully this one won't come up and I'll get a better cut. Bring it over. All right, I like that better. So we'll put those on this side. Then if we need more to fill in, we'll have it. Let's see. Now I'm going to use early espresso. So, all right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our background piece, which is this one right here. It's the one that is 2.5 by 4.5. And, well, before I fold that up, I want to stamp on the inside piece. Here's my inside piece. So, I'm going to use one of these on the inside because I should have one left over. But I want to stamp this little It's just a little interest piece. And I want to stamp it here. You can just barely see it, but the person receiving the card will see it. That one. I just want a little bit of color there. All right, but we'll have that later. Okay, that's our inside piece. And now we're going to take our background piece. And this is another thing you can do. Just fold it over a little bit. This is where your hands may get a little bit messy. But it does wash off, I promise. I'm going to take it like this. And we're going to do this. And you can come back if it's not the way you like it. You can come back and do it some more. I love that. I love that. We're also going to do that with, well, my hands got a little messy. I'm going to get over here and get my mat because I don't want to get that on the card. Just wipe this off. Okay. And then I want to take my envelope. And I'm going to do the same thing to the envelope. Won't that look cool? But I need a piece of scratch paper. So I'm going to put my scratch paper right there. And then I'll take this. There we go. There's my envelope. Is that not cool? I love that. I love I can do that all with the same baby wipe. I'll get this off again. And if you don't have the glass mat, then you could use a piece of scratch paper under it. All right, we've got that done, got this done. All right, we're going to take the card front now. And we're going to do just a little bit with that same little background stamp. We're just going to go around the edge a little bit. This is what's going to show. The middle isn't going to show at all. Just adds a little bit of interest. I don't know what that is. One more. That's it. That is it. So we have that. We have our background piece. And now we're going to do our card front. So what I want to do with my card front is I'm going to do a little bit of color flicking. I don't know why. All right. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Right marker. These are our Stampin' Right markers. And there's one for every color of ink and paper. And I use my Stampin' Right markers quite a bit. There's a pencil or a pen tip. And then there's the brush tip. And it's the brush tip that we're going to use. But we're not going to use it like that. We're just going to use it to flick some color onto this. This does not hurt your marker. And you might not, oops, that's all right. You might not even be able to see it. Let me show you. But it's just going to soften that background look a little bit. Let me go look, make sure. Hey, Ruth. Oh, movers are taking boxes. Oh, another good house, another new house. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me see. I must not have all comments showing. All right. All right. So I hope you can see that. It's just a little bit of interest. It softens that white a little bit. Now, the last thing we need to do is we're going to put wishing you a happy birthday. And we're going to put that right. Our wishing will go right about there. And you a happy birthday is going to go right down here. So I'm going to use my early espresso for that. Wishing you, let's see, maybe if I put it up here a little bit, or if I move my wishing over here, now it can hang off of this a little bit. Oh, I'm going to do this. Wishing you a happy birthday. Make sure I get it straight. There we go. All right, now we're going to get our wishing down with our glue. And this is hanging off and that's hanging off, so you don't want to put glue on that. But we're going to get a little dot of glue. If it wants to clog up, if it sits here for a while, sometimes I have to get my pen out. I didn't think I'd have to do that today. There it comes. Okay. All right. Wishing right there. I think I didn't put any here, so I was thinking this was the bottom. There. Okay. Wishing you a happy birthday. And then our flowers are going to go right here. Right, let's see. Maybe down a little bit. And I'm going to put those on dimensionals. The minis. It looks like Clint has commented. It's my husband Clint is on here chatting with everybody. But he commented on to a good friend of ours, longtime friend, Jean, and yet I don't see her on here. So I'm not sure why I don't see all the comments. And I hate that, but I can't. I only see Ruth and Kay and Clint. All right. Here, this is going to go right here. And it's going to hang off a little bit down here, which doesn't hurt anything. And I'll put this one up here. You can put them wherever you want them. Put that one right there. And maybe, let's see, or maybe one over here. Yeah, I think I'll put one over here. That's what's nice about these, is you can arrange them any place you want them. And then I do have this little one, but I don't think we need it. And I'm going to save this one for the inside. All right. So we finished this, so I'm going to glue it onto the mat. And this mat is just a tiny little edge. So you want to make sure that you have that little edge on both sides. Okay, got that. And then we're going to put it on this. Look at that. Is that not cool? I love that. The funny thing is, you don't see as much of the Flirty Flamingo as you do the yellow, the So Saffron, which is just fine. So now we're going to put this on here. And then we're going to use dimensionals to put this on the card front. Let me get my regular dimensionals, and we'll put those on the back. And we have our little edge of sprinkles or whatever those are. All right. Now this is going to go on here. Some of the backs are getting up back on the card. It's not a good thing. Here we go. I need to make sure I got it straight. There. All right. So then the last thing we want to do is get our inside ready. And that's where we're going to use this. That's actually not the very last thing we're going to do. But we are going to do this. Did I want to put anything? I don't think I did. What was this? Oh. No. All right. You could stamp something in here if you wanted to. And I'll show you on some of the other samples I did where I did stamp. Okay, we'll just put this on the inside. To write your greeting. And on the front, these cute little bees that you get with this suite, I'm going to put a couple of those. I'm going to put one right here, and right here, and right here. All right, so now, let me get one right here. These are flat, so they really are nice. And this, going this way. And this one going this way. There we go. Cute little bees. Oh, those are cute. And then I am going to use a little bit of lemon thread and put a bow on it. Let me get it straightened out a little bit. There we go. I think I'll do a double bow. Okay. Get a double bow going here. All right. Now I need to cut my end and trim that and trim this one, and my bow is going to go right there. And I need glue dots to put my bow on. Here we go with the glue dots. I'm going to separate these two just a little bit. There we go. Oops, goes right back, doesn't it? There we go. Separate, there we go. There it is. Wishing you a happy birthday. I love the cutout words. Love those. And then we have our cool envelope that we can send with it. So that's it. That's it. I'm going to throw this away before I make a mess. And I'm going to move these things over because I have some samples. Now, they're all going to, I wanted to use the cutout letters, the cutout word, wishing. So, let's see. My samples are, whoops, let me put this away. My ink before I make a mess with it. And grab my samples. Now, I said the first one I did was a big one. And it was. It was using Berry Burst. And I just had too much to fill in, I thought. I thought it didn't look as well. Wishing you well, lots of love. And then I put the flowers on the front. So you could do it that way. But I wasn't as pleased with that. So I switched to the note card. Let me get this down. I switched to the note card, and I liked it a whole lot better. Whole lot better. So, this one I used that filler, and wishing you well, lots of love. And did the envelope on that one. And then this one I switched my colors up a little bit and did Misty Moonlight and Pool Party. Only I didn't do the background on this. I left it, and it looks fine. Wishing you a happy birthday, lots of love. And on this one, instead of using the little flowers with the die, I used a bigger flower, and it has a die with it as well. So I used that. All right, and did the front. So there we go. There's several different ways that you use the baby wipe technique. You need to have re-inkers to do it, but what fun. What fun it is to come up with all these ways to create a card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And it's a little bit messy, but this will all wipe off. It'll all wash off with a little bit of ink, a little bit of warm water and soap. So let me know what you think about it. I hope it's something you'll give a try. We'll look down here and yeah, I don't see any other comments, so I'm not sure what's happening here. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please click like and share it with somebody else and leave me a comment. I'd love to know if you're watching. And those of you who are watching me live today, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you. And I'll see you Tuesday night for Dying to Know, where we'll take this set and we will use every piece of it and see how it works together. All right. God bless you. Have a happy new year. Bye-bye.